is up, breakfast goers? This is Pancake and Sausage, and today here we're going to be talking about E3. Now, I have some gameplay footage in the background. It's just Verdun. It's a World War I shooter simulator thing. I can't believe I just said thing, but it's a really cool game. Check it out. You'll see me fail like completely. I suck at FPSs, and I don't think I get a single kill in this whole entire playthrough. I think I get killed by more things than I do by people. So let's just jump right into this. We are going to be talking about Microsoft, Sony, EA, Bethesda, Nintendo, Ubisoft, and a couple other things that I threw in there. So let's start off with Microsoft. Microsoft announced new Xbox S, which is it's like a new Xbox One. It's an Xbox Slim that was predicted a couple months back. I remember when that was happening and everybody thought it was going to be called the Xbox Slim. It's the Xbox S. It's more powerful, is what they kind of advertised it, and it's also it also starts at $300. And then their new Project Scorpio, which is like a new console, which will have 400K resolution? I don't think that's right. Tell me if I'm wrong, guys. And it's a new console. It's supposed to be more powerful than the Xbox One. They also announced the Gears of War 4. Now, from I've seen of it, it looks really cool. I've just never played a Gears of War game. All I know is that basically it's like a duck and cover kind of shooter. And it looks really cool. Then there's also Sea of Thieves, which is the new Rare game that everybody's really hyped up about. It looks like Rare is actually getting put to use now, unlike all their motion games that they've been doing, like soccer and all that. No, that's not what Rare's for. They have general platformers and all that kind of stuff, and it looks really cool. I want to play that game. Then they also announced Recon. Well, they didn't announce. They showed more footage for Recon, which is the game that got announced last year, which is all about robots and post-apocalyptic world is what I got from it. I don't know if I'll be playing it because there's some other cool games coming out. They also talked about Final Fantasy XIV, which looks amazing. I have not played a Final Fantasy game, but for someone who hasn't played it, those graphics look awesome. They also announced a Dead Rising 4. I don't really see the need for this because they already have 3, and I do believe 2 was considered the best. Have not played a Dead Rising, but I know that from what I've seen of it and what other people have played from it, it just doesn't seem to be needed, if you know what I'm saying. Then they also talked about Battlefield 1. I'll talk about this game a little bit more on the other side of things. They announced that it will be coming first to Xbox, which is really cool for all the Xbox One users. And that basically wraps up the thing for Microsoft, all the major points at least. Now let's get to Sony. Sony announced God of War, which is just God of War, not 1, 2, 3, just God of War. Many people are calling it God of War 4. It showed Kratos as an older man and his son, Charlie, I think his name is. And it showed them fighting basically like Norse monsters and gods. And it looked really cool, actually. Not played a God of War. And it showed the son shooting Kratos in the shoulder, and Kratos was like, oh my gosh, you can't even handle a bow and arrow. They kill the monster. Looks really cool. I think you can swap between the two, which would be even better. They also announced Last Guardian. This game, from what I've heard of and what I've seen, has been through development hell, is what they call it. It's when a game sort of just stays in development. Apparently was announced in 2011. Didn't get heard of until last year. And then apparently it's from the creators of Shadow of the Colossus. I want to play that game. That game looks awesome. But I'll definitely be picking up Last Guardian just because of the hype train. I'm one of those people who jumps on it. They also announced the new SpiderMan game. I've only seen the trailer, and I think that's only what's out. And that game will be really cool. I'm a sucker for superhero things. So I'll be buying that. And from what I've seen of it, it looks more from like Spider-Man 2 than whatever the crap Amazing Spider-Man games have been doing. Death Stranded, which is basically the guy from The Walking Dead naked holding up what looks like to be an invisible baby along with some dead fish on a beach. And also the guys, like 5 guys in the air. Nobody knows what it's about. It looks pretty cool. Don't know if I'll be picking it up. Resident Evil 7, which is... I don't know what to say about it. Haven't played a Resident Evil. You notice a pattern here. I haven't played them a lot, but... Well, no, that's not true. I've seen and played a little bit of it. I know what the basic concept is. Resident Evil 7, it looks like it's going back to its roots, is what people have been saying. It's not, it doesn't look like the other, like the newer Resident Evils, but people are saying it's more on the scary side than on the action-packed side, so that'll be pretty cool. Days Gone. This game I will be picking up for sure. It looks amazing. It's about a zombie apocalypse open world game, which you're like, oh my gosh, but there was already like Daisy and all that stuff. But have you seen the trailer? How many NPCs are like on the screen at once? That is awesome. This game will be awesome. From what I've seen of the trailer, it looks like you're just in an open world trying to fight off hordes of zombies, collect stuff, and survive. I think there's a story to it. From what I've seen, the trailer doesn't look like it, but I'm pretty sure there's a story to it. Don't quote me on this one. But it looks amazing. So that kind of wrapped up Sony. Tell me if I missed anything. EA, FIFA 17 was announced. It's FIFA. Don't really have to say anything much. Well, don't have to say anything. Titanfall 2. It's focusing more on the story side of things. And I hope it doesn't fail. I won't be picking it up because of what happened in Titanfall 1. Mass Effect Andromeda. This game is probably one of the most hyped games of probably this year next. It looks like Mass Effect hasn't had a game since Mass Effect 3, and from what I've heard of it, it sounded like it did not end up well. It depends on who you ask, but Mass Effect Andromeda, I've seen the trailers. It looks okay from a guy who doesn't play it. I know the hate's gonna come, but hey. Now we get to Battlefield 1. This game looks awesome. For like what I've seen of it, the graphics, the FPS, all the sorts of gaming stuff. And I've seen the gameplay footage. That looks awesome. How you can like shoot down Zeppelins, control World War I planes, all the old-timey guns and stuff. I'm a sucker for when it comes to like World War I and 2 shooters. Now, I'm playing Verdun here, and one thing that it has above Verdun is that actually you can fly things. Verdun's gonna have to step up its game. But I still think Verdun will be the primitive World War I shooter because it looked like in Battlefield 1, when you get shot, it's sort of like the Battlefield 1 kind of stuff. When you get shot, you have to hide behind something and regen. But with Verdun, when you get shot, you're like dead because it's more realistic. But that's just what my opinions are. Let's get to Bethesda, my favorite gaming company. Skyrim Remastered was announced. I'm pretty sure many people were expecting Elder Scrolls 6, which I was too. I was actually expecting that. But no, it's Skyrim Remastered. I think that's equally good because now they're coming out with Skyrim on newer consoles rather than older consoles. Then they also announced a new Quake. I've heard it's going back to the Quake roots. Haven't played any of the Quake games. Can't say I'm hyped up about it. Now the Fallout 4 DLC, I've talked about in my other Slime Rancher episode 2 videos about E3 a little bit, just a little bit. From what I've seen of it, it's 2 DLCs focusing more on crafting, and then the third DLC is Nuka-Cola World. Nuka World. Everybody is excited for this game. Well, DLC. Many speculations about what it would be. I still want some gameplay footage, in my opinion, but hey, a cinematic trailer is all fine with me. That game looks awesome. Prey. I've seen the trailer, don't know what to talk about it really. It shows a man waking up multiple times to see that his eyes are becoming more red, than waking up in a lab and some darkness is surrounding him, and shows that this guy's floating and stuff. I don't really know what to say about it. It looks interesting. It looks like a psychological horror game, sort of like a PT, and just hope it doesn't fail. Dishonored 2. This game looks awesome too. I know I've been saying this a lot, but the game looks amazing. You can play as Emily and Corvo, and also like it looks like the story's been revamped and all that kind of stuff. The graphics look amazing, and also all the new features that they're doing. Then we have Fallout 4 VR, which was announced. It's what it sounds like. It's Fallout 4 virtual reality. Apparently you can play it in 2017. Don't have a VR. Not planning to get one because, no offense, it looks kind of stupid. I don't really see the point in VR. I know people are like, it's the future of gaming. I may pick it up down the road, but it's too expensive and it's just, meh. Now Nintendo was pretty light this year, except for one game and one game only. Legend of Zelda. This game makes me want to go out and buy a Wii U just alone. It looks beautiful. It looks beautiful. That's all I gotta say. If you see the trailer and the gameplay footage, it looks beautiful, and all the new things that you can do. Like, from what I've seen, it looks like you can just go out and just explore the world and more. It's more as like the biggest Zelda game to come out. Oh my gosh, this game makes me want to go out and buy a Wii U. I may just do that just because if I get enough money. This game definitely makes me want to go out and buy a Wii U. Pokemon got a little news. From what I've seen of it, apparently one Pokemon looks like Donald Trump. I'm not really into Pokemon anymore. I like the older games like Soul Silver and stuff. But other than that, I'm pretty sure I won't be picking it up. Ubisoft, they announced the new South Park game. Not excited for that either. Seen the first South Park game. It's just, if you've seen South Park, you've played the game. Watch Dogs 2. This game I'm pumped about. It looks better than Watch Dogs 1. And Watch Dogs 2, what they've done is apparently you can hack everything. All the cars, all the people you can hack, most of the electronics, they said. Parkour is now better. It looks like you can go through the run without killing anybody, which is awesome. I always like those no-kill runs because they're difficult for me because sometimes you just want to go pew pew. Ghost Recon Wildlands. Me and my friend will definitely be picking this one up because it looks amazing. I mean, like, you just see the detail that is put into there and how much stuff you can do. It looks like it apparently what it's made of is an open world co-op game, which is just amazing. I mean, me and my friend will definitely be picking this up. I mean, I will, and I will probably buy a copy for my friend because it just looks that amazing. And the last thing I want to talk about on the schedule is Telltale Season 3 of Walking Dead. Just want to say, it looks, I don't want to say amazing, it looks deadly. It's just, I want to see gameplay footage. That's all I want to say because, you can't trust those cinematic stuff. And that kind of wraps up my synopsis of what E3 looked like. I know I skipped over some. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I would suggest watching the real E3 conferences. They're way more amazing and go way in more depth than I do. Yeah, if you like the video, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!